What if Salem's next disaster does not begin with a scream, but with one quiet secret finally surfacing? From April 27 to May 8, days of our lives may push several lives toward a breaking point. A surprise baby, a dangerous plan, a mysterious will, a fragile romance, and one reckless move that could turn suspicion, fear, and betrayal into total chaos. But the real danger may not be what happens first. It may be what everyone misunderstands before the truth comes out. So let's break down what is coming next, because in Salem, the smallest secret can become the explosion that changes everything. Alex Kyriakis is about to face the kind of shock that does not just interrupt his day. It changes the entire shape of his future. Joy Wesley's return with baby Kelsey is not a small complication. It is a life-altering reveal. One moment, Alex may believe he understands where his life with Stephanie is headed. The next, he is standing in front of a child he did not expect, a responsibility he cannot ignore, and a past that has suddenly become part of his present. That is what makes this twist so powerful. Alex is not dealing with a rumor or a possible scandal. He is dealing with a daughter. And once Kelsey enters the picture, every emotional rule changes. For Alex, the first reaction may be shock. But after that shock fades, the harder question begins. What kind of father will he choose to become? He cannot treat Kelsey like an inconvenience. He cannot simply protect his marriage by keeping distance from Joy. If he wants to be present for his daughter, then Joy automatically becomes part of his world again. Stephanie may understand, logically, that the baby is innocent. She may even want to support Alex at first. But emotionally, this is brutal. Joy is no longer just a woman from Alex's past. She is now permanently connected to his future. Every visit, every conversation, every shared moment over Kelsey could remind Stephanie that there is a part of Alex's life she did not choose and cannot control. The most painful part is that Joy does not have to make a dramatic move to create damage. She does not have to openly challenge Stephanie. Her presence alone may be enough. If Alex starts bonding with Kelsey, Stephanie may feel guilty for feeling left out. If he spends more time with Joy because of the baby, Stephanie may wonder whether the old connection between them is waking up again. And if Joy senses even the smallest crack in the marriage, she may know exactly how to stand close enough to widen it. This is not just a baby reveal. This is a test of whether Alex and Stephanie's marriage is strong enough to survive a future that changed without warning. And in Salem, when a marriage is tested by a secret child, an ex, and unresolved emotions, the damage usually begins long before anyone admits they are in trouble. While Stephanie is still trying to process Joy's return and Alex's baby shock, Jeremy Horton may step into the story at the worst possible time. At first, Jeremy may seem like a safe place for Stephanie to vent. She is overwhelmed, confused, and probably looking for someone who is not directly tied to Alex, Joy, or the baby. In that moment, Jeremy could appear to be exactly what she needs: calm, familiar, and willing to listen. Stephanie may not realize Jeremy played a role in bringing Joy back to Salem. That means the person she may trust with her pain is also connected to the situation causing it. That secret gives every conversation between them an uncomfortable edge. Jeremy is not just listening from the outside. He has already touched the match that helped start this fire. If Jeremy misreads Stephanie's vulnerability and tries to turn a close moment into a kiss, it could completely shatter whatever trust she still has in him. From Jeremy's perspective, he may think there is emotional chemistry. He may believe Stephanie is leaning on him because she feels something deeper. But from Stephanie's point of view, that move could feel like a betrayal. She is not looking for another romantic complication. She is trying to survive the one already in front of her. That rejection may become the final push that sends Jeremy out of Salem. But his exit does not mean the damage disappears. If anything, Stephanie may be left feeling more alone than before. Alex is bonding with a child he never expected. Joy is now tied to his life. Jeremy has crossed a line. And Stephanie may feel like every person around her is either hiding something, wanting something, or pulling her in a direction she never chose. That emotional pressure matters because Days has already placed a dangerous detail in Stephanie's orbit: the gun. This is where the story begins to feel less like simple marital tension and more like a warning. Steve's safety concerns may not be random. If Stephanie is carrying emotional anger, jealousy, fear, and humiliation all at once, then one bad moment could become disastrous. The real danger may not be that Stephanie wants to hurt someone. The danger may be that she acts before she thinks. And if Days is building toward a scene where Stephanie reacts in panic, then the person who pays the price may not be the person she is truly angry at. That would make the fallout even more devastating, because one impulsive choice could turn Stephanie from victim of emotional chaos into the person responsible for the next tragedy. While Alex and Stephanie's marriage faces a deeply personal crisis, the DiMera family is moving toward a very different kind of storm. Stefano DiMera's will is already dangerous territory, but the arrival of a surprise codicil makes the situation even more unpredictable. In Salem, a last-minute addition to a DiMera document is never just paperwork. It is usually a weapon. And this time, that weapon may land directly in Theo Carver's hands. Theo learning that he has been named executor sounds important, maybe even respectful, but it also puts him in a position no one should underestimate. An executor does not simply stand there and read instructions. Theo may become the person responsible for carrying out Stefano's final wishes, managing disputes, and standing between people who are used to getting what they want by pressure, manipulation, or intimidation. Abe knows the DiMeras too well to see this as an honor without danger attached. He understands that Stefano's legacy is not clean. It is emotional, political, and poisonous. If Theo accepts this role, he may not just be helping settle an estate. He may be stepping into a family war that began long before he arrived and may continue long after the will is read. The biggest risk is that Theo could become a target from every direction. If EJ dislikes what the codicil says, he may pressure Theo. If Kristen sees an advantage, she may try to influence him. If other DiMeras believe Stefano left behind a secret message, hidden asset, or unexpected command, Theo could quickly become the gatekeeper everyone wants to control. And Theo is not naturally built for DiMera games. That is not weakness, it is actually what makes him different. He may approach this with honesty and responsibility, while the DiMeras approach it like a chessboard. That contrast could become explosive. Theo may believe he can stay neutral. Abe may warn him that neutrality will not protect him. Because in the DiMera world, the person holding the truth often becomes the person everyone tries to break first. So this storyline may not simply be about Stefano's will. It may be about whether Theo can survive being placed at the center of a legacy designed to create conflict. And if Stefano's final wishes contain one last twist, then Theo may soon realize that being named executor was not just a responsibility. It may have been the beginning of a trap. Now the story shifts into one of the most dangerous threads of the next 2 weeks: Sophia Choi's move against Johnny DiMera. At this point, Sophia no longer feels like someone simply reacting to pain. She feels like someone trying to control the entire narrative before anyone else can stop her. That is what makes her plans so unsettling. This is not just anger. This is strategy mixed with desperation, and that combination is exactly what can turn a personal grudge into a full Salem crisis. With Kristen DiMera pushing her toward a darker path, Sophia may believe she finally has power. She may think Johnny is the reason her life has fallen apart. She may convince herself that if she makes one bold move, she can punish him, escape blame, and leave everyone else scrambling behind her. But plans built on panic rarely stay clean. The reported ambush against Johnny is dangerous enough on its own. If Sophia forces her way into his apartment and corners him, Johnny may have to do more than defend himself physically. He may have to reach her emotionally. That could create a tense and powerful scene, because Johnny's best chance may not be fighting back. It may be convincing Sophia that crossing this line will destroy her, too. And that is where the story becomes more layered. Sophia may not see herself as the villain in this moment. She may see herself as the victim finally taking control. That mindset is dangerous because it allows her to justify almost anything. If Johnny pleads with her, she may hear manipulation. If he apologizes, she may hear weakness. If he tries to reason with her, she may believe he is only trying to save himself. Meanwhile, Javi's role could become the twist that changes everything. If Javi realizes Johnny is in danger, he could become the unexpected person who interrupts Sophia's plan. But his collapse at the hospital raises a darker possibility. If that medical emergency is connected to Sophia, then she may already be removing obstacles before they can expose her. That would make her plan much bigger than one confrontation. It would suggest Sophia is trying to control the setup, the attack, the escape, and the story people believe afterward. And that brings us to the note Brady and Amy are expected to find. Rather than being a moment of truth, it may be another piece of manipulation. Sophia may be using fear to redirect suspicion, frame Holly, and make her own disappearance look like something else entirely. Sophia may think the note gives her control. She may think Johnny will be blamed, Holly will be trapped, and everyone else will be too emotional to see the truth clearly. But in Salem, a fake story only works until one person notices the wrong detail. And if Johnny survives, if Javi remembers something, or if Holly can prove she was set up, Sophia's entire plan could collapse around her. The real question is not whether Sophia can create chaos. The real question is whether she can survive the consequences once Salem realizes the chaos was manufactured. While Sophia's storyline brings danger and manipulation, Shawn and Jada's arc offers a different kind of tension, quieter, softer, but not necessarily safer. Jada inviting Shawn to stay with her while he recovers from his leg injury may seem practical at first. He needs support. She has offered him a place to heal. On the surface, this looks like kindness, stability, and friendship. But Days of Our Lives rarely puts two emotionally vulnerable people under the same roof without a reason. This setup creates intimacy without either character needing to name it right away. Shared space changes the rhythm between people. A simple conversation can become more personal. A small act of help can feel more meaningful. One quiet moment can reveal what both of them have been trying not to say. And for Shawn, this could matter deeply. He is not just recovering physically. He is also trying to rebuild a sense of direction. When someone is injured, dependent, or forced to slow down, they often begin to see who really shows up for them. If Jada becomes that person, steady, present, and emotionally available, Shawn may start looking at her differently. For Jada, the shift may be just as complicated. She may tell herself she is only helping a friend, but watching Shawn fight his way back, seeing his determination, and sharing private moments with him could soften her defenses. The more he improves, the more she may feel proud of him. And pride can easily turn into emotional attachment when there is already chemistry underneath the surface. The spoilers suggest sparks may fly again, but this does not have to begin with a dramatic confession. It may start with glances, timing, comfort, and the kind of closeness that feels harmless until it is suddenly impossible to ignore. Still, the danger here is not the same as Sophia's danger. If Shawn and Jada move too fast, they may have to ask whether they are truly choosing each other or simply leaning on each other because life feels uncertain. A connection born during recovery can be powerful, but it can also be confusing. Is it romance? Is it gratitude? Is it loneliness? Or is it something real that has been waiting for the right moment? That uncertainty could make their story more interesting than a simple reunion. Because if Shawn and Jada cross a line, it will not just be about chemistry. It will be about timing, vulnerability, and whether comfort can become love without creating new damage. In a week filled with schemes, secrets, and emotional pressure, Shawn and Jada may become Salem's quieter spark. But quiet sparks can still start a fire. So over the next 2 weeks, days of our lives may be building towards several turning points at once. Alex will have to decide what kind of father he wants to be. Stephanie will have to decide how much emotional pressure she can take before she breaks. Theo may be pulled into DiMera chaos despite Abe's warning. Shawn and Jada may rediscover something neither of them expected. And Sophia's plan against Johnny could become the storyline that leaves the biggest scars. But the most unsettling part is this: Sophia may think she is controlling the story. She may believe she can frame the situation, vanish at the right time, and leave everyone else fighting over the wrong truth. But Salem has a way of exposing secrets at the worst possible moment. And if Sophia's plan collapses, the fallout may not just destroy her escape. It could expose Kristen, endanger Johnny, pull Javi into the center of the mystery, and leave Holly blamed for something she may not have done. Now I want to hear what you think. Is Sophia heading for a tragic downfall, or is she setting up one final manipulation before disappearing from Salem? And will Stephanie's jealousy over Joy and baby Kelsey push her marriage to the breaking point? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned, because the next 2 weeks in Salem may be where everything starts to fall apart.